Hello, my name is Jocelyn Knight, and I'm a first-year graduate student in UPenn's Genetic Counseling program, and I'm thrilled to be working with the STX-BP1 Foundation this semester. Today, I'm going to walk you through the RareX platform, from setting up an account to uploading genetic reports and completing relevant surveys. The goal is to make this process simple and clear, empowering you to contribute to research that is essential for STX-BP1 related disorders. We really appreciate your help in advancing research with us. So RareX is a secure data sharing platform designed for individuals with rare diseases, their families, and caretakers. By contributing your data, you help researchers and clinicians develop better diagnostics, treatments, and resources for conditions like STX-BP1 related disorders. To start your account activation, go to www.stxbp1disorders.org/rare-x. Scroll down and click Join the Study run by RareX, and then click Get Started once it takes you to this page. You will then be rerouted to a form, and as the caregiver, you can put down your name here on behalf of the STX-BP1 patient. Make sure to select Caregiver Participant on this section of the form. Soon after submitting the form, you should receive an email like this, prompting you to create a password and finalize your registration. Once you activate your account, you will be able to access RareX and should be taken to a Terms of Use page. After reading through and accepting these terms, you can begin the informed consent process. Before sharing any data, you'll go through this informed consent process, which basically just ensures you understand how your data will be used, who can access it, and how your privacy is protected. Your participation is completely voluntary, and you can change or withdraw your consent at any time. When you've completed these steps, you can move on to filling out your general information, which I will skip for this presentation. Note that you can opt in to receiving a copy of your informed consent by email. You can also refer to it within RareX at any time, which I will show you how to do later on. Moving on to data sharing agreements and other research, this is where you can select the types of research you would like your de-identified information to be a part of. You don't have to participate in sharing data, but this is an important aspect of research that allows researchers and clinicians to collect vital information. Keep in mind that so far, this is for you, the caregiver's information. You will complete another form for the patient's informed consent, general info, and data sharing agreements later on. During this section, you will be asked whether any genetic testing has been done for the patient, as well as if these genetic testing reports are available. You can upload genetic tests while completing the patient's profile or later on from the dashboard. For now, you can just select yes, no, or unsure for both of these questions. So now that you've completed your profile, it's time to add the patients. Select Add Participant to begin this process. Enter the patient's first and last name, as well as your name under Associate to Caregiver, your email, and then hit Save. You will then be brought to the same page you completed for your profile, but it will be entering the patient's information instead. Again, you can elect to receive a copy of this informed consent by email. Now, skipping ahead to general information for the patient, you will be prompted to select the specific rare disease or diseases that apply to your patient. Select STX-BP1 related disorders, as well as any other known diagnoses if applicable here. While entering the patient's information, you will also be prompted to upload genetic testing reports. If you need to do this later, you can select I do not have any genetic report documents available to upload. However, it is best to do this step now if possible. The head-to-toe survey is mandatory to complete your patient's profile. You'll receive tailored surveys on the patient's dashboard depending on your answers to some of these questions. For example, if you report that the patient experiences hearing issues, you will be able to fill out a survey catered to these symptoms later on. After you complete the head-to-toe, you will be brought back to the dashboard section. Select the patient's dashboard to see completed and new surveys. Under completed surveys are the ones you have just completed while creating the patient's profile, including the data sharing agreement, informed consent, and head-to-toe. You can re-enter these surveys and change any answers if necessary. Under new and in-progress surveys, you can find all of the surveys that relate to the patient, from basic demographics to specific symptoms you marked on the head-to-toe survey. High priority data includes surveys that are most important to complete. You will also receive updates about new surveys through email so that you don't miss when they become available. Here is an example of an email you may receive notifying you of a new survey. To return to your dashboard, click the person icon in the top right corner and select My Dashboard. Once here, you can see and/or edit your data sharing agreements and informed consent, and if you have another patient to add, you can do so from your dashboard as well. If you did not upload genetic tests while completing your patient's profile, you can do so from the dashboard under the Documents tab. Click Upload, and you can add the document here. Be sure to select a tag and click the genetic report option before saving to your profile. So this has been a look to how to enroll and navigate RareX, and you can now complete surveys at your own pace, and you'll receive messages when new surveys become available. Until then, please stay engaged with us on our social media, at our website, and through our monthly newsletter where we have a Task of the Month request for your ongoing help with our priority research surveys. Find all of this and more at stxbp1disorders.org. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us by email at research@stxbp1disorders.org. Thank you.